a new home for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
Hi everyone, we are back in our series in the Best of Boston and we have burgers. We are back in Somerville. Somerville, by the way, it's a city that's northwest of Boston. It's actually right above Cambridge. The first place that we're going to is BRONWYN. It's right there, it's right behind me. And then we're gonna be hitting up 2 more restaurants tomorrow. Number 2 is gonna be further into the heart of Boston. And then we're gonna do another 3rd restaurant called The Haven. This restaurant is German influenced and The Haven is a different part of Europe influence. So I'm really excited to try different cultural variations on the burger. And let's get started before I die. It's like 72 degrees and we're in the middle of November. It's really messed up. Fall in New England. So I'm sitting outside at the first restaurant. This restaurant is influenced heavily by the chef's experience. His name is Tim, and he actually named this restaurant after his wife, BRONWYN. The chef traveled across Germany and Central and Eastern Europe. Apparently decorates this restaurant with the things that he bought and found when he was traveling abroad. I'm immediately loving the vibe. Enclosed and you get your private space, and that's like really good for a pandemic, but it's also really fun. One of the things that's really cool is that they're not just drawing from Germany and like Central and Eastern Europe, but they're bringing in New England influences. So they import local food and like meat from this area, so it's a true fusion. They have to bring in New England to everything, but then they bring in like a lot of different more nuanced European influences. So we're technically here for dinner, even though it's noon on a Saturday, so we can eat whatever it is that people eat. We ordered for our first course the must-have, which has a little heart next to it, which means happiness. It's called the BRONWYN pretzel. And then there's a Braun burger, which is the BRONWYN burger. And then a schnitzel. The chef Tim beat Bobby Flay in making a schnitzel. I had to Google schnitzel because I haven't had any before. But a schnitzel is like a breaded, deep fried, boneless meat. So it can be veal or chicken or whatever. If you beat Bobby Flay in the schnitzel, you'll have to try the schnitzel you beat him with. I was looking at their subsection because they had, you know, beer, B-I-E-R. Below that was wine, W-E-I-N. And I was like, man, that must be ween or like vine. But actually, it's just wine. It's pronounced wine. It's the same.
Wine. Wine.
Plot twist. I gotta try the wine because I've never had German red wine before, and like red wine is my drink of choice. I'm really excited about the portion size. I am all for good deals. I like that. That's really tart. That's very unexpected. It's almost like tart like a plum, but it's still got like some surrounding flavor. The way that apple cider is more holistic kind of spiced flavor, but it's got that deep tartness. So this is really unique. I like it. Look at the robust tightness of this bread. It's like someone knit it and double knotted it. So holistically beautiful. I have a really shallow appreciation for this right now. This is a honey mustard dip. Looks good. I'm not gonna try to be civilized here. I tried that last time and I don't feel like it today. It picks up the dip with it. It's like a little tray. Ooh, it's really hot, piping. One-handed rip, rip, and we go. Ah, so hot. I need help, thank you. Look at that tear. Oh my, oh, look at that, okay. Here we go. All right, we're just gonna go straight in. This is it. This is like no BS. There's no BS butter or like BS oil in this. This is just hearty, breaded, THICC carb, relentlessly unadulterated bread. definitely something that's good when you eat it piping out of the oven. The sour mustard dip, that's a really sour mustardy dip thing. You can taste the original mustard seed depth of flavor. Authentic, honed in flavors. You can taste the pretzel, you can taste the salt on the pretzel, you can taste the bread, and then you can taste that mustard. It's just that simple flavor profile. Simple flavor profile. And I like that. It doesn't make me feel like I want to die, so that's great. For starter, it's like a palate, not cleanser, but preparer. Palate wetter. Appetite opener.
Appetizer?
Appetizer. Oh my gosh, it has a pineapple. It's not a pineapple. It's a pine cone and also has a little bit of fur on top of it. Oh my gosh. The burger. I have some deep faith in this burger. Feel a toothpick coming up. Yeah, see, look at this. I'm taking this home. I've decided that this is a good comparison. It's like bigger than my cheek. This layer game is strong. See all those pickles and that sauce right under that bun? And this is definitely the pretzel. Wow, you see that protruding pork belly? I am so impressed. I'm gonna go for the pork belly side. It's like the best of St. Louis barbecue in a burger. Sour. Germans are really good at sour things. The sour sauce really cuts through the meat fat, which I'm so a big fan of. There's so much going on in this burger. Like, do you just see what is happening in here? I'm really obsessed. There's nothing crazy that they've infused into it. It's just really robust and hearty. It's like one of those people that's just naturally beautiful and like doesn't intentionally distract you, but you keep wanting to talk to it. The pickles and the sour vegetables really enhance the essence of the fat. And then there's gooey cheese. And then there's really amazingly charred pretzel. Let's also try the overflowing ketchup. The meat is seasoned like really well. The sides just kind of come in and complement the burger. So this is just crispy and like lightly seasoned. There's not much going on, but you can taste the essence of whatever you're eating, which is good. Oh my gosh, this is massive. Look at the leaking sauce. The schnitzel. I'm really curious about the schnitzel, and I will be civilized in this situation. So hearty looking already. It's actually quite thin inside. This restaurant is consistent. I appreciate everyone and everything that's consistent. Consistently meaty and hearty in terms of the foundational flavor, not distracted with seasoning. I'm only sad I got to this so late because I got really excited about the burger. Rightly so. This video is not about schnitzels, it's about burgers. But I think this is more temperature sensitive. Hearty, breaded, crispy meat surrounded by more carbs. There's nothing wrong with that. My family's from northern China, and they basically do this, except in China. Like, they just eat a bunch of meat and a bunch of potatoes because they have like millions of children back in the day. To feed a whole family, this is very practical. And so I super heartily appreciate this kind of eating. It's the opposite of your fine dining experience, portion size. I can do that twice in my life and I'll be happy. But this I could do like every day. I'm going hiking later. I feel like if I ate this whole thing, I would be able to climb one rock and then I would die. I think this is a good dish, but I definitely have a bias for the BRONWYN burger. All in all, amazing, meaty, carby portion sizes, lots of diverse local regional flavor profiles. I feel like this is what you would potentially get if you sat down somewhere in Germany, especially that pretzel. Think about the last burger that I ate and how Niagara Falls came running down. I think about that experience versus this burger experience. This burger is so much heartier, more well balanced. That seasoning was more on point. The meat was cooked more to my liking. The fact that they put the pork belly in the burger, that just upped it so much. I'm like not someone who eats 5 burgers at a time. So if I eat the one burger, I want that one burger to be a good one burger. That was a good one burger. This is more hearty. If you want hearty and basic and simple and really filling, I would definitely do a schnitzel. But I want the burger, and I will come back for the burger because that was really good. And this is our second stop. We're gonna be checking out Boston Burger Company. Fun disclosure, we couldn't make it into our original idyllic route that we planned because there is a sign posted outside the door saying that they, for unexpected reasons, were suddenly closed all day today. We were redirected to the Somerville location. It's like we've never left. I just changed my outfit. Now we're in Davis Square, and this square is the pop and hip young people center right next to JP Licks, which I just officially confirmed stands for Jamaica Plain Licks, which sounds weird. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill.
Hey, how's it going?
So I just bumped into a friend. Anyways, let's go inside and have a really fun time. Now we're in Boston Burger Company's Somerville location. They have an open window concept. They have a signature, famous, featured on various network television shows, monstrous, dinosaur-like milkshakes. We decided to order the Big Puppy Burger and strawberry shortcake milkshake. Our very friendly waitress informed us that it comes with an entire shortcake. This place specializes in excess. The more excess, the better happiness levels. Really clever spoof on what America does well, which is pile everything on top of each other, even if it doesn't make sense. And then somehow managed to make it look really attractive and Instagram worthy. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the layers of this. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. All right. Yeah, that first bite was very satisfying. Definitely on the wetter side, not in a terrible way, in like a juicier way. Do you see this? There's so much sauce action that's helping this burger live its best life before I eat it. This was dripping because of the other stuff, not because of the patty. My mother-in-law ordered this last time we came in. This is even bigger than the one she ordered. Like, I feel like they worked more on this getting bigger than this. Quick note about this before I get distracted by this. It feels kind of like a milkshake of flavors, not literally, but metaphorically. Everything around the burger patty makes the burger patty taste even juicier because the patty is already juicy in like a really good way. I've never seen something like this in my life. It truly is Instagram worthy. This disastrously beautiful thing that we're about to eat is like the size of my head. I mean, it's bigger than the size of my head, right? Part of me wants to eat it before I drink it, but milkshakes are meant to be drinking.
Well, I don't think it's
That's really good. I don't regret anything I just did. This is why there's also a knife. This is the only aspect that I can very confidently admit that I'm a basic person. I really like everything strawberry related. The classic thing about strawberry shortcake is that you have the strawberries, but you also have ample cream. You have to have an explosion of cream with tons of syrup. Oh, look. It's like a nice little hat. I love that. This is so anatomically smart. I know that this is a burger video, but I'm really obsessed with this milkshake. I'm deeply sorry. I think emotionally what makes me more excited is just the sheer portion size of unnecessary food. And this milkshake feels so much more unnecessary. It's definitely not your artificial cold medicine strawberry, like Nestle cafeteria elementary school strawberry milk. This tastes nothing like this in a very good way. I'm trying to eat this burger and I got distracted. I think they sliced a very fat, juicy hot dog in half. It's like that wiener that you get from Oscar Mayer. It basically is living its best life in this burger right now. It makes you think of the best version of American backyard barbecue experience when you have FOMO because you got the burger and not the hot dog because you have a lot of people there and they told you to just pick a burger or a hot dog and you have FOMO for the other thing you didn't pick. This is the solution. I'm a big fan of coleslaw because it makes me feel better about my life when I'm eating the way that I'm eating right now. I'm like arrested by this coleslaw right now. Same thing that happened with the carrot. This carrot's just so good. Oh, this carrot might be my favorite part of this dish. This coleslaw is the best coleslaw I've ever had. It's zingy and fresh and tangy. I mean, what do you make coleslaw with? Like mustard? Mustard, mayonnaise, sugar? I think like overall, the first restaurant, BRONWYN, and this burger are night and day, apples and oranges. You can't compare the sun with the moon, right? The other one is if you want like a fusion pretzel, pork belly with that one, and beef, and pickles, and sauerkraut. I think that's a brunch somewhere in the world. This is like a brunch in America. I ordered this for takeout in a really desperate moment in my life. And I thought of my mom. My mom's like really irrational craving in her life is burgers. But it's like, you know, bad burgers from McDonald's. Burger King does an even better job if you want just that hearty like burger. But if you just want a good American backyard barbecue, brunch, breakfast, dinner barbecue fusion, this is probably one of your go-to options. The milkshake is what you FOMO when you don't order in person. You do not get a half ton of strawberry shortcake, half, placed on top of like an extra large size milkshake, dusted with graham crackers, overly garnished with whipped cream, excessive piles of cloudy whipped cream, unless you come here in person. Sitting outside the Haven, our last restaurant, is pitch black outside as of 4:30 p.m. because we just went through daylight savings fall back. They recently relocated inside the Hafen Brewery in Jamaica Plain. This is actually the first Scottish exclusive restaurant that I've been to, so I'm also really excited just to try their flavor profiles for the food. One of my friends, she recommended the haggis, which is just want to make sure. I think it's a sheep stomach. Savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, minced with other things, lots of other things. It's not cold enough for that dish yet, so they serve it in ravioli form. So we got that and we got the burger. Also, I reminded myself, Scotch is obviously produced in Scotland. They have an eclectic, passionate selection of single malt Scotches. Every region has their own specialty, everything on the spectrum from smooth to smoky as heck. We got one on the smokier side, a Ladag from one of the island areas, because I think it'll go really well with the burger. Single malt islands. There's like a caramelesque smokiness to that, which I love. The smoke is not like thick or crazy, like, you know.
A few moments later.
Some people say that the smoke reminds them of the char of when you smoke marshmallows. You cook them? You burn them? No. You campfire them? What is the official term for when you put a marshmallow over a fire? You roast them. Like a roasted marshmallow, the outside of a roasted marshmallow. This is so fun. They have a little Scottish flag on this. The wedges look so classy. Artistically draped over another wedge. They always deconstruct it in such a satisfying way, and this one looks satisfying. Yeah, we're gonna just pop that hat right back on. The way this feels in my hand is so happy. Oh yes, this feels like promise. Oh, so good. This is my favorite one. Do you see the glisten? Do you see the dimension? Do you see the natural cream and beauty? There's no bacon, there's no pork belly, there's no hot dog, but I don't think about any of that. I just want this. It just works all so well. I don't even want to think about why. The way they cook this meat is my ideal. You can taste the components of the meat. It's not like mysteriously holistic. So I just take the slightest bite of this meat, a little morsel, and then I chase it with a bite of this. It makes the meat taste better. It opens up a deep and wide and high and long cavern of meat flavor. This is my favorite burger I've had in a long time. Dare say the best. I'm gonna also take this
what I did yesterday was...
See, the problem, most restaurants, they don't use marinara sauce as a dip. From when I was like 3 years old, this is one of my favorite sauces. And I'm so glad that they just knew that secretly. You know, like the heat from an emanating fried potato wedge, that perfect, bouncy, crispy, soft, and yet crunchy. This has got that. So it's just falling from my hand, the texture. This burger and these wedges and this entire plate, it just tastes classy in every way. I can't say that's good or bad or better. It's my preference, it's my bias. This is definitely something I would come back for. It's half an hour away. It's like no distance when you like something. Rather when you love something. I could get really fat on this. Okay, it's time to move on then. Remember, this reminds me of the Little Italy place, Rico. That creamy texture. And this is sage. I've been told it's sage and butter. Got some utensils. Wrong order. I have mastered the one-handed cut. I even look like a ghost is holding up the fork, but it's just resting against the plate. This is haggis right here. Oh my gosh, it's so thin. Dipped in that lake of cream. You see that lake of cream? Oh my gosh, what a lake. Let's try this. Actually, one of the first things I taste is like cracked pepper. I really like how peppery it is. And it's really al dente. Thick, not like they undercooked it, but like really substantial. There's no gaminess in that. It doesn't feel foreign or unusual. This is my first time having haggis. It's a very approachable way to prepare it. Who doesn't like carbs wrapped around meat, dunked in cream? If you like repackaged animal mystery meat called sausage, you like this. With sausage, I don't know what kind of body parts I'm ingesting. With this, I know it's the stomach. Certainty is comforting. This makes me feel like I would come here for more than just the burger. That's just not expected. They even made this so good. The sage is edible and really, really, really edible. Usually when I consume sage, it's been tainted by consumerism, and I only see slivers of it. This is a whole leaf, and it's like furry. Do you see that? When they make use of the whole herb, there's a lot of respect. I want to learn the chef's name. I have a lot of respect. Good scotch, good burgers, good ravioli with sheep's stomach, plentiful water bottles. What else could you want? I'm a big fan of this restaurant, obviously. I'm gonna keep this one too. This place is my favorite place. Best elements of the first two places combined into one. Regional influences, very culturally rich, very standalone, unique preparation, but like quality, juicy, indulgent. They kept both elements. And beyond the burger, they do well. It's not like a one-hit wonder. This is the best version of this I think I would get anywhere. And I think that burger is the best version of that particular flavor combination. And they make it so that I want to eat more meat, which for me is like a really hard task because usually if I have a decent amount of meat, I get overwhelmed, I fall into a trance and I get tired, and sometimes I get angry. But I'm still so happy and energetic and I'm ready to eat more food. I have tasted 3 phenomenal burgers today. This is hands down my top favorite burger pick of the 3 restaurants that I tried. JP equals Jamaica Plain. It has it going on. If you're just wanting one burger, one craving to satisfy, really hangry, I highly, highly recommend the Haven in Jamaica Plain. This brings the best of both worlds. Splurging, decadent burger, and a classy cultural fusion burger together. The 2 places that came before it, BRONWYN, very good cultural fusion, local experience, a little on the drier side of the palate for a burger, but definitely really unique. The pork belly, the pretzel, they did such a good job with that. Boston Burger Company is just like excessive. Everything that you want when you're just really craving a burger and just want food and meat and carbs and sauce and fat piled on top, go for Boston Burger Company. Any of the 3 locations will do. I'm really excited to continue the series, go to another different set of restaurants next month. So I hope you join me. But until then, thanks and bye.